Using AI is no longer a differentiator. It's a commodity. Every firm has access to the same models. So how can you differentiate your firm and avoid a race to the middle? At Uncharted, we believe the real edge is proprietary institutional knowledge, and we built Alloy to capture and compound that edge. Alloy accelerates your investment workflow without sacrificing depth or rigor. But speed is just an added benefit. Compounding intelligence and capturing institutional knowledge over time is your true advantage. Every interaction in Alloy captures your firm's insights, decisions, and patterns. So instead of starting from zero on every deal, your intelligence compounds, making your team sharper, your decisions faster, and your edge defensible. In a world of commoditized AI, a firm that truly owns their context wins. Let us show you what that looks like using a real-world example.
All right. Now, imagine you're an analyst at a private equity firm or a venture capital firm or at a bank that provides financing for transactions or capital for growth companies. Now, Alloy guides you through the entire end-to-end investment process, as you can follow along at the very top tabs. Now, I'll skip the first couple of parts where we learn about the target company and the automated document collection, where we find documents from all over the internet, as well as any data source that you want to provide us, such as virtual data rooms. And we'll jump right into the market dynamics, where we want to understand how does this market work, where the target company is operating in, what is it driven by, how is it developing. So we provide a framework which then the AI engine goes through and evaluates the target by. And very importantly, we always provide full provenance. So as you can see at the top right here, we always show whether the AI found something directly in the sources, whether it was AI reasoned or put in by the human analyst. So for example, when we look at something like geographic scope, we can see here in the competition round, it was by II with sources, and we can click, and then we have all the sources embedded right then and there. So no more jumping around between different documents, different tabs, spreadsheets, PDFs, and so on. And we can go through everything, and we also provide citations within the text, within the explanations. And here, as an example, we're talking about the cyclicality of the market, and we have a very dense document of 53 pages, and see there on page 52 on the very bottom, there's something on the cyclicality of the medtech market. Now, just think about how long that would have taken a first-year analyst to find and verify previously, and how much time you can save now, and how many more deals you can evaluate. Moving to the investment thesis, here we let the analyst put in the investment thesis, which is typically relatively complex and multifaceted. What Alloy then does is it decomposes the thesis into multiple sub-theses that are much more compact and much more verifiable. And then we evaluate this thesis based on all of the information that we found previously and or that you provided and that your data rooms provided. And here we let you confirm or deny each one of those. Again, sources are right then and there, fully embedded, no more searching, no more jumping around. And again, this is a 68-page report, and on page 45, we find the technical detail that is relevant for this part of the analysis. And very importantly here, the system always learns from you. So the way you evaluate the information, the way you think about the thesis, the way you think about is this important or not important, is something that the system learns and then adopts. Very quickly, I want to show here, we have something on market sizing, and again, everything's based on the sources that are there, everything's fully embedded, you can see immediately where the numbers come from, and so no more guessing as to, is this a $5 billion market, $100 billion market, you always know exactly where everything came from. Now, lastly, I want to show something that our clients really love, which is the investment memo, which takes them days, weeks, sometimes months to write. And now you can get a 95% version within seconds. And as you can see, you have the entire workflow, everything's right then and there. every visual, every chart, graph, or table that you created in your work is embedded, and if you change anything, it changes everywhere. So if you want to include new data sources, if you change your analysis, everything updates automatically. Now, very importantly, the system learns with you. So, for example, for the investment memo, here we see on the left-hand side all the parts of the analysis that we've done. On the right-hand side, we can see all of the parts of the memo. And we can see how they interact, which part goes where. And this is, again, something that the system learns from you. Do you value the nitty-gritty financial details? Do you care more about the market sizing? Do you care more about what it's like today, what the growth is going to be like? Do you care about growth within 2 years, 5 years, or 10 years? All of that is here. And then you can add new connections between them, and you can make notations here and say something like, focus on 5-year horizon, and then that will immediately go into the next investment memo that you generate. And so this way, we really compound the knowledge that you create. When an employee leaves, they don't take everything that they know implicitly or explicitly with them. Instead, everything stays with you, and you compound deal by deal by deal.
So what you just saw isn't just a faster workflow. It's an improved way of operating. Instead of fragmented tools and siloed data, your team builds a consistent layer of proprietary context. That means your insights carry forward regardless of who is behind the keyboard. While others rely on the same models and get similar outputs, your edge comes from what's uniquely yours. Your data, your insights, your decisions, and your investment logic. Uncharted is here to help you leverage AI to build alpha. So if you invest for a living, whether you're in VC, private equity, or banking, come see us at our booth. And if you like what you see, vote for us for Best in Show today. Thank you.
Thank you.